Hi there Saggi, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your monthly intuitive reading for December. Saggi, let's see what's on the cards for you. Can you believe it? Last month of 2020, I think so many of us are kind of willing to close this one out. So let's see how you are going out of 2020, Saggi. I'll be getting started with the Sacred Power reading cards and then going to the Work Your Light Oracle, drawing you an overarching tarot energy from the Moonchild Tarot before getting out the tarot story with the Rider-Waite and the Star Child Tarot. I've got sage all over the place, sorry. It's like coming everywhere. Okay, let's grab a couple of these. Alright, it's turned over. Protection. Well, this could be about needing to establish more firm boundaries, Saggi, protecting your energy in some way, maybe from somebody physical, maybe from somebody in the spirit world. You know, there are meditations that you can do for cord cutting or shielding, that kind of thing. Yeah, boundaries, maybe you just need to step up your game when you mean yes and no, and just making sure that you're honoring yourself when you actually use those words and what you're committing to. Okay, let's grab one more. Okay, it's over on the other side. Sacred wisdom. Beautiful. I mean, this is about trusting your intuition and tuning into that. You know, this is really about taking the space and the rest that you need to allow those messages to come through from your higher self. You probably hear me say this all the time, Saggi, but you know, it's about less doing, more being. You know, quietening that mind, meditation, walks in nature, because the thing is that the ego doesn't always want what's best for our soul. The ego, you know, is scared of change, and it can be in fear, and it can tell us things like we're not good enough, the right age, or have the right money, or, you know, the right person for whatever it is that you're trying to make happen in your life. But your soul might be calling you forward to doing that, and that's where we can kind of end up in that sort of feeling the duality and kind of feeling really indecisive. So always listen to your inner voice, and a little hermit mode can help us access that wisdom by going within, by reflecting. So maybe your sacred wisdom is trying to tell you something. Going to the Work Your Light Oracle now, Saggi. This is so interesting. I'll grab two of these. I'm going to grab this one here, Soul Family, call on your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So some of you might be starting to attract Soul Family. But this is the one here that also presented itself. Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? And I just felt that it was quite aligned with the energy of protection as well. You know, like this kind of warrior energy, and really channeling that into answering your deepest calling. What victory do you need to claim here? How might you need to protect yourself, or, you know, cut yourself free from other situations in order to call in your truth? It's very much got like a justice kind of Ace of Swords feeling about it. You know, lining up with your own authentic truth here, Saggi. All right, well, let's get your overarching tarot card. Pretty much jumping out. It's this one here, Seven of Wands. Yeah, again, this is kind of an energy of sort of like fighting the battle. For me, this is my swimming upstream card. You know, is there a situation in your life that you might be pushing, you know, trying to make it work, trying to make it happen, trying to stay in it, when soul and sacred wisdom is wanting you to answer a deeper calling? This can be, you know, needing to defend yourself or protect yourself when you feel like everything's just coming up at you. The situation is just not quite lined up, you know, with you. But you have the higher ground when the Seven of Wands is in the reading. And, you know, it's really saying that maybe by making some changes and going with instead of against the current, you can start to attain what you want in your life. It's a 7, and it's something to do with a deeper calling, and that sacred wisdom is trying to get your attention, Saggi, so that you can move towards it. Tarot positions, here we come, beginning with the energy of the recent past. Energies leaving, completing, or transitioning. What you may be journeying. That's too many, guys, sorry. Saggi, energies leaving, completing or transitioning. Okay. Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot, also number 7 here, and it's about claiming a victory and moving on. So we have that kind of victory energy here. Blocks, obstacles or challenges, 4 of Swords. Advice from Spirit or Tarot, 3 of Cups. And the outcome, Saggi, the Hanged Man. Right, let's grab the clarifiers. Clarifying deck is here, not over there. I have got the Page of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. So we've got 2 number 4s here and 2 number 7s. They could be significant numbers for you. Clarifying the 4 of Swords, I have got the Starseed or the Fool. Yeah, it's the way forward here that needs to be revealed. Clarifying the 3 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Let's make a bit of room here, and clarifying the Hanged Man, the 3 of Pentacles. So we've got 2 number 3s, 2 number 4s, and 2 number 7s. Guess what's at the bottom of the deck? Ace of Swords. I'm going to put that there. Okay, let's jump in, Saggi, and see what we've got here. 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Yeah, I mean, let's start with the 4 of Pentacles. You know, I was talking about that kind of fear barrier before, like, you know, not wanting to move on because of the fear barrier. The 4 of Pentacles is very much a, you know, a holding on energy, and that's why we kind of hold on to situations that might not be going with our flow, because we just feel like we have to keep trying to make it work, holding on for dear life. But the 4 of Pentacles is the energy of it's time to release the fear and to let go and expose that heart and really go in the direction of your calling. Because sometimes when we hold on to things too tightly, you know, we're just keeping ourselves contracted, we're keeping ourselves smaller than really where we really need to be in our lives. So I'm feeling such a big energy here of moving on to the new direction. I mean, let's go to the Chariot and the Page of Wands. You may have already done this or initiated it, or some of you, this might be upon you, but basically this is about leaving a comfort zone. The 4 of Pentacles also talks about, you know, the fear of not wanting to leave what is familiar. And the Chariot also talks about leaving a sense of home or a comfort zone to claim that new victory, which is something to do with that calling. And together here with the Page of Wands, like what I see in this particular Page of Wands is that this person here is looking over their shoulder at the past or the situation that you're moving on, and she's saying, yeah, it's been great and I've learned so much and I'm taking that wisdom with me, but I'm taking that wisdom into my new beginning. I'm going through the Stargate here. I see this as almost like a chrysalis, you know, that the butterfly goes in to transform, Saggi, and it's like one final look over the shoulder before, you know, heading into the new and really making that direct call to go forward for the full victory, the Fool's journey, the Ace of Swords. And the Chariot is about making that clear decision. When it's a clear yes, I'm going through the portal, that's when these Sphinxes, instead of going in different directions and pulling you all over the place, head in that same direction and propel you forward at pace, right? To attain the victory, moving towards your calling. It can be physical relocation with the Chariot, travel, leaving a physical home, going to a new place, or just moving away from something in order to move towards. Now, we've got the Queen of Pentacles here as well. This could be a person. It's generally the energy of Capricorn in the minor arcana. It can be a very nurturing energy, generally female, doesn't have to be, but mother-in-law, you know, that kind of thing, somebody who nurtures in the home. If it's not a person, this is really about refocusing your energy on what truly matters to you now. Linking to the devil, because Capricorn is the card of the devil in the major arcana. This is about overcoming the limitations that have kept you in fear, that have kept you contracted and small, and feeling the fear and doing it anyway. You know, really taking that leap of faith beyond the fear zone, beyond the comfort zone, and that is what's going to get you to the next stage, to the next state in your life, or back in that universal flow. Saggi is what I'm feeling. Sorry, I'm making a mess of the cards today. I just not used to doing it on the table now. I've been doing the face-to-face ones all week. So in the blocks, obstacles or challenges, yeah, it's finding the path forward. Like we might know, hey, I know what I'm leaving behind, but I don't really know where I'm going. Starseed or the Fool is about taking a leap of faith without knowing what the destination is, without really knowing fully what that calling is. I just know I'm being called away from where I'm in, and sometimes it's not until we take the first steps away that the path forward reveals itself. You may need to take a bit of a pause. Four of Swords is not like a hermit phase or anything like that. It's taking a little bit of downtime to maybe heal any hurts of the past, but it's also that through that rest, through that downtime, that is when the way forward, the new strategy, the new battle plan, the truth, the new beginning reveals itself. This is the Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords. At the end of the reading, we had those two characters in the Oracle cards holding that sword. Very soon you will be holding the sword, the victory and that way forward. So that's what I'm seeing here, is like we might need to take a little bit of time out in order for that insight. It can be a breakthrough or inspiration to come to you, and that's going to start you on this new journey. Hey, we don't know where it's heading or the full destination, but I feel like the path, or at least the first few steps, will become known to you, Saggi. This is about following your rebel heart now. You know what it is, what is your truth, what is your calling, and it's time to move towards it. Now, in the advice from Spirit or Tarot, the Wheel of Fortune has come out in the weeklies. This came out so many times, and double Wheel of Fortune's coming out as well. We're really on this kind of like timeline shift for everybody. There's a sense of really ending a really big cycle. You know, we're moving into the age of Aquarius now. We're actually moving through a huge, astrological cycle here. The wheel is turning in a different direction. For some of you, this indicates that you're wrapping up a big karmic contract. It could have been, a whole 10-year contract, and here we are in 2020, and we're on that kind of decade change as well. So it's a really powerful shift. The tables are turning, and it's a luck change as well. But it also talks about perfect divine timing for this unfolding, and understanding that the winter is over. We're moving into a place maybe of greater joy in our lives. And it's a really vital time for planting new seeds. And it's the seeds that you plant now that will give you the promise of an abundant harvest in the next season. It's not going to unfold in December necessarily, but what is the next season for you? Well, it could be, when the seasons change next year, something like that. But here we see, that beautiful coming together with the soul family that we saw in the oracles, in celebration, in joy. So it's kind of saying that in the near future you'll actually be celebrating all this, as much as it kind of feels a bit painful at the moment. We're all heading in the right direction. It's written for you, and we just need to kind of go with the flow. Get out of that Seven of Wands energy and just allow the universe to carry you. This is interesting. Again, the Three of Pentacles talks about soul family and soul tribe, and maybe people coming in that can help you in some way. It's also a number 3 again, which is about creation, manifestation. What is it that you truly want to build in this new direction, Saggi, and what do you need to do in order to make it happen? It's about using the lessons of the past to drive yourself forward in a new direction as well. Now we have it here with the Hanged Man, and it could feel like there's a bit of a pause on things, but it's a necessary pause, because what is happening here, Saggi, is that there is some information or a sense of an aha moment that needs to come in for you to fully show you the way forward. It's got something to do with the Ace of Swords. So the Hanged Man is about taking that break. It's not about sitting idle, but we're waiting, we're gathering information, we're discerning information, we might be doing some reflecting. They talk about dying the death of the Hanged Man, which is kind of going through that grief process, all the way through to acceptance. And it's when we accept the past and how things have worked out that we actually, become, it's the moment of surrender. It's the moment of liberation that allows us to move forward. So there could be some information that comes through, and I think it's going to come through like some kind of breakthrough, some kind of epiphany. It's some kind of truth that's going to establish the new beginning and the way forward. The Ace of Swords is a really powerful moment of seeing, with full clarity full vision, and it's got something to do with the calling that's going to get you back in the flow. You're going to know at least where you need to head in, at least the direction that you need to go in, but I feel like the full calling is yet to be revealed. The Three of Pentacles is all about the manifestation stage, so dream big, have your heart set on what you truly want, and I feel like the universe is going to drop in some kind of insight that's going to have you begin to move forward towards the Saggi. So it is beautiful energy. You know, I feel like it's all meant to be with that Wheel of Fortune, so we just need to wait for the pieces to fall into place and show you the way, but you're claiming some kind of victory and it's leading you towards some bigger calling. Okay, Saggi, well, I'm going to leave it there and wish you all the best with it in the month of December. Do keep in mind that sometimes the readings resonate in their entirety, sometimes pieces, and sometimes not at all. They are for the person that they are meant for. If you're called to share, drop me a message. I do read them all and try to respond to as many as I can. Helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energies, and also see what's happening on the collective. Saggi, I will see you throughout the month for plenty more readings. Bye for now.